We had a very big pee-pee.
Once, but never again. We had a very big debate last week about whether Christianity's cool. And I know I said some things, to on the affirmative, but, I was thinking about it. And I just realized, you can't spell Jesus without sus. I don't know how to argue against that.
Story.
Yeah, it's like...
Jesus could have gotten off that cross if he just had a vent next to him.
Yeah,
it would have, it would have been electrical. I don't know. Judas was like, I don't know, Jesus kind of sussy.
Yeah, Jesus was a really sussy baka.
Vote him out.
For that reason alone, it's like, I can't really say that Christianity's alright. Like, look at that. God made that. So why are you cool with it?
Bonsai Bill.
When the Bonsai Bill commits anal. And yes, anal is not performed, it is committed. At least in this country. At least in Texas. Do I put this somewhere? I'm gonna take it with me. I'm gonna be like Britain leaving Africa.
Oh no.
Look at this artifact that I just found.
Sure, that's a human.
An ancient human.
I'm putting it in my pocket.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can upgrade anything. Shamubi, baby.
Would you like to upsize your Mario?
I'd like to capsize my Mario. Thank you very much. He's had it too good for too long.
Change it to what capsize? Big. Big capsize.
What? Do you think Mario? Do you think Big would look any better in Mario's hat?
Yes. I think he would.
What am I even looking for? I'm sorry, I was too distracted by us. We're so beautiful.
By Jesus?
By Jesus, my favorite chord. That's also a religion.
Funny.
Would you look at that? These boys are hilarious. I'm just gonna up everybody's health.
Yeah.
You know what I was thinking about the other day? When I was like, I must have been like...
Hi.
Woo! No, like 10, 11.
Yeah.
It was, I remember I got for the GameCube, but I forgot the exact, it was like Mario Superstar Baseball.
Ooh. Super Sluggers?
I think Super Sluggers was the Wii one.
Oh, okay.
But regardless, it was a Mario baseball game. And I got it used, and I don't know if you remember, but GameStop had these, or maybe, I'm sure they still do. But like when they don't have the case for it from a used game, like they have like the the GameStop case, and the guy's like,
yeah.
I remember getting it that day at the mall, and I was like, cool. I went back to play it, and I was like, and then I think later, like the next week or something, I just went to GameStop again to hang out, and I saw that they had used copies of Mario's, like 2 used copies or something of Mario Super Mario Sluggers or baseball. But they had the case in them, like they had just gotten them, I guess.
Yeah.
And so I was like, So then I went home, and I think I came back the next day, and they still had it. And I went up to the guy who was probably some, poor schmuck that was like 19. I'm sure he's like almost 40 now.
Yeah.
But
he looked 40 to you then.
Yeah, I know, right? And I was like, excuse me, I bought a used Mario baseball, and I saw that I got this fake case, and I saw that you have a regular case over there. Could I get it swapped?
Ooh.
And he was like, I brought it from the stand, and I get it to him. He's like, I'm sorry, dude, I can't. And then he like looked around and just went and like swapped them and gave them to me, and just like didn't look at me. And I was like, thank you. And I walked away, and I just want to give a shout out to that man. I hope he gets lots of sex.
I mean, he worked at GameStop. Of course, he gets lots of sex.
He's the CEO of GameStop now,
and the CEO of sex.
I mean, every second he was working there, he was getting fucked. So,
shout out to that guy. I hope he's doing well in life, and definitely not, dead, I guess.
Hopefully not playing Mario baseball.
I never played any. The only Mario sports games I remember playing were the fucking were Mario Kart.
That's not a sport.
Tell that to the South.
We don't recognize
I mean, they do.
driving as a sport.
The South begs to differ.
I'm training right now, Mom, as I'm like driving to McDonald's.
As I'm driving to McDonald's.
The only thing the South needs to beg for is forgiveness, all right?
I like little rubber duckies.
Oh, that's cool. Exalted entropic eggs.
Ew. Big red.
I need a healer on my team. I'm definitely gonna start using the Yosh. Yeah. I should probably have Peach on my team.
I think.
Her Peach.
Yeah, Peach. I think Rabbid Peach might heal too, but I'm not sure.
Oh, she does.
Okay.
But I'd like what do you call it? Peach is a good close-up fighter because she's got the shoddy.
Shoddy.
Shoddy got a shoddy?
Shoddy. I
Why
can't.
don't you love me?
That's how the song should have gone. Shoddy, won't you love me?
But yeah, I remember that was the GameStop at Stonewood Mall. I remember I would keep doing that because I would just get used games and I'm like, oh, could I get a trade? I'm like, yeah, I guess.
Man, I miss having a GameStop so close to me. Do you guys remember when there was a GameStop in that mall? In the mall right across the street?
Yeah, they turned into Wingstop, right?
Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, Wingstop's cool, but GameStop's cooler. Butt plugs, look at them. Go on.
Yeah, I remember because I would just go to the one at Stonewood Mall. Like, I would go there all the time. And I remember I'd take my DS, and then they'll like have like the DS. I don't know what it was called, but like you can like. It would like you can connect it to it. You can connect to it with your DS, and you can play like demos or something.
Oh, okay.
And I would just like hang out there because they had couches outside, and I would just hang out there while my parents did all their whack ass shopping.
That's cool that they had couches outside.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the Brea Mall has something similar. Oh, fuck.
No, yeah,
Okay, I see what I have to do. Okay, I'm definitely not getting in on this turn.
There was also a Borders there. And,
that's fucking rad.
And I remember that's where I would go and buy my comic books.
Yeah.
Man, I miss Borders.
I remember in February they had the certain issues of the Sonic comics, and there was like a specific one where it was just like Amy and Sonic, but it was like super like pink and hearts. Aww. And I felt very embarrassed when I was purchasing it. I'm like, I'll take this one.
Oh my god, I miss those days where I was like embarrassed to buy something.
Yeah.
Because it was so childlike and innocent.
No, I'm like, this will be my 5th dildo, please.
Another pink one? Don't you have like 4 of these?
What's it to you?
I remember I bought like at Borders I bought the Immortal Iron Fist issue 15.
Whoa.
I remember buying that there.
I didn't really buy comics until like a much later date, but I don't know. I just like going to Borders because I also bought hella music there. I bought my first few CDs.
Cool.
I got International Super Hits, Green Day. I got Smash by The Offspring. What else did I get? I think I might have gotten like a Jack Johnson CD that was new at the time. It might have been Sleep Through the Static. Oh, okay, whatever.
Okay, Liptor.
But yeah. I mean, to be completely honest, I don't think Borders and Barnes & Noble are that different. I think the only thing that Borders had going for them was they had a much wider music selection.
The one we had at Stonewall didn't have any music.
It was a small one.
Really?
Yeah,
At Borders?
Small Borders.
Yeah.
Damn.
It was like a small one inside the mall, and it just had books. And then I was like, oh my god, they have Garfield. The hell is that? What do you have?
Oh, it's some sort of maze, so... Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, so this can... Depending on which platform I summon, I can get to a different part of the map.
Weird.
I guess not with this one, though. This one just doesn't function, perhaps.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, I would buy comic books, and then because I would be like, Mom, let me have $10 so I can buy comic books.
Mother, give me $10.
And I'd buy 2, and then I'd go and buy them, and then while I was shopping, I would just finish the comic books.
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, Mom, I finished the comic book, and she'd get mad. So it was like, you haven't even left the mall.
To be fair to your mom, like, you definitely could have just, like, read them at the store.
Yeah, no, of course.
I remember going to a Barnes and Noble recently, and I saw just like a whole bunch of kids just reading the books on the floor. I was like, "Good on you." Stick it to the Barnes and Noble, man.
I think the most unfortunate purchase I ever made at Borders was The Fountainhead by Ayn Rand.
Oh no!
Damn you, Rush!
Did they have a song on it about it?
21 Tales is based on like the short novel called, I think it's based on the short novel Anthem, but he's credited to credited to the inspiration from Ayn Rand.
Credit is like a really weird word to use for anything regarding Ayn Rand.
Are they capitalists?
Yeah.
Are they really?
I mean, I don't think there were anything else, honestly. I don't think most prog bands were, you know, in any regard leftist. The closest you'll get is Roger Waters, and that's just because he's like extremely open about his stance against Israel.
Well, I remember
Go this way.
when I went to the Pink Floyd Museum, I think I remember like reading something about Roger Waters, just like, I think it was about the Animals album, or was it The Wall, where he was talking about just like, he was just shitting on capitalism.
Oh yeah, Roger Waters is probably the like most anti-capitalist prog rock person from like the golden age of prog. Animals was definitely about like each of the three animals he describes in the book is like like you have the sheep, and he's just talking about like mindless consumerism, which is, you know, fed by the pigs, which are just the owners of corporations, and then the dogs specifically are police.
So it's like the Animal Farm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it is very Animal Farm based, but like, ooh, what the fuck did I just do?
That's actually, I think, my favorite Pink Floyd album, which is funny because like first time I bought the CD, and the first time I heard it, I was like, it's cool, it's mellow, but whatever. And then I was in a different mood, and I put it on, and I was like, this kicks ass.
Yeah.
I don't think I've listened to that album.
It's a great album. Like knowing how anti-capitalist it is, it makes way more sense, and it's also just way more like powerful. Dogs especially is really fucking, because like I think it's like 12 or 16 minutes, and I think it tells like at least two stories about two people who are like trying to, I guess, like report against the system, like specifically journalism is what I remember it being about, and the dogs just kill them. And it's like, it specifically kind of uses this imagery of,
What the fuck?
Oh,
this image.
Jeepers Creepers.
Speaking of imagery,
What the fuck?
that was nice.
It's
still
going,
happening.
bro.
The game's just trying to freak us out, okay?
Well, it's working, I guess. Does it say with the
It's the path.
the open paths?
Well, yeah, but like sometimes the little gates come up.
Oh, okay.
Gates come up. Oh, I don't like that. See?
Here we go.
So now I can't pass this way, so I have to use a different one.
Are there, like, if you go to the left or right, are there other?
Yeah, there are different paths. I went to the right and I got like a little toy or something, and then to the left I need the hammer ability, something to smash blocks, which I don't think I have yet. Now, something's really up with these textures. I think is it?
Speaking of Animal Farm, apparently there was I guess, I mean, I've never read it, but I guess it was used as like a pro-capitalist argument, where like, you know,
yes.
but like even George Orwell has like explicitly said that it's like a socialist, like a pro-socialist book.
So the thing with all of Orwell's books is that he was writing at a time where, like, you know, the big fight was capitalism versus socialism.
The Cold War era?
Yeah. It's like that was, you know, the time that Western media was trying its damnedest to make sure that nobody liked socialism. But George Orwell was critical of Stalinism specifically.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Which at that
Ooh.
point was just known as communism.
Yes, and that was like, oh,
This guy's cool in anime.
he's Marth. It's just Titty Marth.
Really?
Titty Mars.
Oh yeah, Titty Marth. Excuse me.
Midi Tarth.
Midi Tart. Pissed Miggy.
It's the Miggy.
Pissed Miggy.
Fermit the Krog.
Valkyries go great lengths to protect themselves and others. Watch for their team jump. I can't read because there's a Kirby in the way. Don't let them grab and drop on you. Literally, also beware their unique yet powerful shooting technique.
You mean the boobs?
The boobs?
Go on, Beepo, you can say it. We're all people here. We're all adults. That's what I meant to say.
He was critical of Stalinism, which was just known as communism, quote unquote.
Yeah, but Stalinism was way closer to capitalism than any form of socialism.
Yeah.
But,
sure.
you know, American media used that to their advantage. They used the fact that people didn't understand how Stalinism worked to be like, hold on, need to figure out a good place to attack from. To just be like, oh yeah, George Orwell's writing about the USSR, which we all know is communist, so... And then, you know, that's what created... The thing I don't know about Orwell, and if you know in the comments, people in the comments, I don't even know if he was pro-socialist or if he was just anti-authoritarian. Because there's that classic tale of how, what do you call it? How 1984 specifically was banned in the U.S.
And banned in the USSR, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because one of them for being pro-capitalist and the other for being pro-communist.
Yeah.
But more than anything, 1984 is anti-authoritarian, which I suppose speaks about both of those countries pretty well.
So you're saying it's a libertarian book?
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I can't wait till Texas secedes from the Union and becomes a libertarian state like the government is actually talking about doing.
Speaking of which, Colombia elected a far left leader for the first time since like the 30s or something.
I hope he lasts.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah, I saw because I was out on Reddit and like the comment like the U.S. was just like, you know, the meme, like where they're like
the
rubbing
one,
their hand.
Yeah, the dude in like the yellow suit or something.
Yeah.
I do need to move that Kirby. I can't tell what Yoshi's packing.
There's a Ninja Kirby in the room for anyone that's watching.
Yes. He's a good boy. Is Kirby like canonically male or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was originally supposed to be like an agendered like space entity.
That would have been really based, Sakurai.
Then that would just make more sense.
But then they're just like, he's a boy.
Ah, shit.
But not that, like, you know, Kirby's totally asexual.
That's rad.
The only thing he stucks in his orifices are food and enemies, you know.
Cock.
If it's an enemy and or food. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, that reminds me of speaking of the whole communist thing. It was the Golden Girls quote, where it's just like, I hate communism, and the other one's like, well, of course you hate communism. You were raised a fascist.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's really based. I love it, and I don't mean based in the gamer way. I mean based in like a cool way.
I've been wanting to watch Golden Girls. I heard it's very ahead of its time. They had an episode where they trash on the Confederate flag, and the young Don Cheadle's in it.
That's sick.
There's also a Seinfeld episode where Elaine dates a communist, but it's very inaccurate, and it's very like. But it's funny because like he like ends up helping Kramer like unionize like his work because he's like he works as a mall Santa.
The communist or
no Kramer. And he like helps them like unionize with like other Santas and like stuff.
That's rad.
But they're like, it was like not, I don't know. It was clearly meant for people who did not know what communism was.
That's most of America at that time.
Yeah, for
It
real.
was just like they were like, I have an idea for an episode. Let's just like use the general idea of communism as it stands in America. And
Yeah.
use that as the.
Yeah, like it was like they were talking to him and he's like, it's a shame about the USSR. At least he's still got Cuba. And he's like you know, like a sports team. He's like, yeah, we'll get him next time.
That's kind of funny.
He's also like
That's kind of funny.
he's also like pro-Stalinist, but he also had like pro-Trotsky too at the same time. So it's like that doesn't even make sense. This is like they're just like hitting like the communists Trotsky, Stalin, Lenin.
He's pro-Leninist. He's pro-Maoist.
Yeah.
He's pro. What else is communist?
Hit all the buzzwords.
He's pro-Rand. I don't know. She's libertarian, right?
Raised by vampire bats? I don't know.
He was raised by vampire bats.
I don't know what those people do. who?
He's pro Morbius.
Yeah.
I don't know what those people do. Those fucking vampire bats. Like, God. If there's anything worse than a communist, it's a vampire bat.
What do they do? Stick garlic on their burgers? I don't know.
Jesus.
Oh, damn.
Did you hear her? She's like, oh, shoddy. Shoddy is like a melody in my head.